Welcome back to Grappling in Thought. Have you ever reacted before you even realized you were reacting or before you even realized you were upset? Of course you have. We all have. Reacting can be blowing up and fighting or shutting down and freezing, and it can come in many different forms. It might be when someone says that thing and you instantly get defensive about it, or that immediate urge to respond to a text when you're upset. Do you know why sometimes you react without thinking? It's not anything personal. There's nothing wrong with you individually. It's natural and it's hardwired in us. Our nervous system senses threat before our brain can actually think about it and realize if it really is safe or unsafe. It's our nervous system's response, really. And we feel it if you think back to a time when you reacted um, immediately, you might notice that you feel something in your body first. It happens in the body first. It might be tension, or your heart starts racing really fast, or you get a knot in your stomach or a knot in your throat, like you can't talk, you can't breathe. That feeling is the first part of it. That's your nervous system. That's our nervous system reacting to something, some stimulus. I think of it like, so when my body responds like that, when I get tension or I get a knot in my throat or a knot in my stomach or my heart starts racing, it produces energy. And so we have like this energy in our body. And the way I like to think of it for myself is we have to do something with that energy. And if we don't catch it and acknowledge it, oftentimes our brain steps in quickly to come up with a reason why the body feels the way it does. And oftentimes that's the stories that I've talked about that usually aren't good or aren't correct, the first story. And then we react to that story. But if we can catch that moment that we feel it in the body, and give ourselves, and just take a pause and give ourselves space, give the brain some space to catch up, some time. And the rational brain steps up pretty quickly. It just needs that tiny bit of space, that pause, that breath, and then it's there. But oftentimes we don't give it that. We just react. We get this feeling in our body and we have to release that energy because it's built up. And we don't know how to handle that energy. And so it comes out as an explosion. That's how I like to think of it, because I guess I think of it like that because of my own reactions and reactions of others that I've experienced. And that's what it feels like, is just something's going on and you got to get it out. And it's just that blah. And sometimes it's a blow up or word vomit or accusing or blaming or literally fighting, or the other side, shutting down and freezing up. And our throat just gets cut off, it feels like, where we can't speak up, can't say anything. As much as we want to, we can't. That's still a form of reacting. Your nervous system is still reacting. The nervous system is shutting down. And so for me, if I don't intentionally catch it and give my brain that little bit of space, that pause, that breath to catch up, my nervous system will take over. And if I don't acknowledge that, then my brain steps in and it wants to make sense of the feelings in the body, and it usually creates the story. Now, the key is to catch that feeling in the body and use that tension or the heart racing or the cut off throat or whatever, the sweating. Use that as a cue. Okay, catch it, notice it, pause, and take a breath. Let the rational brain catch up to you and consider and evaluate what's really going on. Because the rational brain just needs that tiny space, that little pause to get there. Here's an example. I get nervous to speak up a lot of times. That's where if something happens or something comes up or I'm somewhere and I want to speak up, I get nervous and my throat feels like I don't have a voice at all. It's just cut off. I can't breathe. And I get tension or a knot in my stomach. And my brain tells the story. So if I don't catch it, it goes to, that's my nervous system, is all the reaction in the body is my nervous system. And my brain then wants to make sense of it. And so it starts creating the story. Oh, what if you mess up? What if they don't like what you say? What if you make somebody mad? What if they react to you? And if I don't catch that, I shut down. I don't say anything. I won't speak up and I'll just shut down completely. If I can catch that and pause, take a breath, give that little bit of space for my rational brain to come in, I can connect with the friend within and talk myself through it. Okay, you're nervous. You're just nervous. You want to speak up. That's why you're nervous, is because this is something you want to do and you're not used to it. I can talk to myself as a friend and work through that, work through the fears and understand what's really going on here. Okay, yep, I feel that in my body. That's just my nervous system. All right, the story I'm telling myself, but I want to speak up here. I want to say something. I want to be true to myself. I want to be a friend to myself. I don't want to abandon myself. I want to stand up for myself. And then I can work through that. And that gives me the ability to intentionally choose how I want to respond. What's the next move I want to make? But if I don't catch it, I just go with the shutdown. Easy peasy, I'm done. And then what happens? We can be a little hard on ourselves with regret and shame and why couldn't I just do it? So the key is that catch, that pause, that breath, the acknowledgement of noticing what's going on. Okay, I see what's going on here. My nervous system is kicking in. Yep. But I want to do this and go and really, like, I can't stress it enough, connecting with the friend within. If you go in and be kind to yourself and chat with yourself, you can work through it. And so that's something to try. Next time you feel it, try to catch yourself, catch that feeling. My throat feels like it's going to be cut off, or I feel this buildup that I want to explode, or I want to respond quickly. I know I'm upset. Recognize, acknowledge that that's your nervous system. Acknowledge that that's a reaction. And then pause, take a deep breath. Let that rational brain come in. Talk to the friend within. And then intentionally choose how you want to respond. It's not a reaction, it's a response. So I just want to end with saying it might not feel like it, and you might think that this is just who you are and how you are, and if people don't like it, screw them. But if you regret how you react or things you say, then it's not you. It's just what you've learned to do to keep yourself safe. And you can learn different. You can learn how to pause long enough to choose how you want to intentionally respond rather than just reacting on the immediate sensations you feel in your body. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. And until next week, keep looking forward and catching that moment.